Hey everybody, welcome back. Super Auto Pets, you gotta love it. It's the law. I feel like I'm finally, this is default pack 2. I feel like I'm finally starting to codify like my personal power rankings for how I feel about pack 2. I hate to say it, I feel like the frog needs a little juice. I don't know if maybe it being a 4-1 or something like that, having a pig stats, but then I can see what you... Pardon me, if you make the frog a 4-1, then what does the pig do? I guess it still sells for extra. Anyway, long story short. I think the cockroach is like a B tier. It's a unique mechanic. You pay a cost the first round you buy it, basically, and then in the second round it becomes disproportionately strong. Between frog, mouse, and a little extra HP, I'll take a mouse, at least. And, you know, what if we were like a metal celebrity? You know what? Like, I can name one. Is Dimmu Borgir a guy, or is that a band? Is that a guy named Dimmu? Dimmu? Maybe I don't know one. Anyway, we'll prioritize levels. I love the strawberry mechanic. I just feel like, unfortunately, it might be a little bit too late. So, on level, you'll give us... Honestly, you'll give us 2 apples, right? But... I think we just, instead of, and this is inefficient, but I think we roll instead of going for, oh my god, just trying to snag, like, normally we buy, like, a peach or, you know, a piece of bacon or something if it was available to us, but I think in this unique situation, we're better off just rolling for cockroaches. We lucked out, honestly, playing against, like, a pretty weak team, and we're closing in on a level 3 mouse, which is not that good, I think, but it gives us some great levels. I think you can take a no copy early, just as like a thing, just as like a guy, and I'm not really that interested in the concept of a level 3 mouse, but it does enable us to skip a shop tier relatively early sometimes. Now we're gonna be ashamed of our words and our deeds as we go up against a team that's a very strong strawberry team. I really think in the early game. And this is no disrespect. I think in the early game, you can't beat strawberries unless you have strawberries. And you know what? Just because we're here, let's buff this mouse. You know the mouse is getting stronger. I mean, I suppose... I would say we don't need to do this. Broccoli, -1, you become a 4-9. I would at least freeze it. A peach takes you to a 5-8. I guess I'd rather you be a 5-8. And these rolls, like, I mean, this is what I figured might happen, you know? Our mouse, we're looking basically for a cockroach or a mouse to get us that extra level on our next shop opportunity. Hold on. Everything's okay here. I love when an elephant goes wrong for the enemy team. It just makes you feel like a genius, even though it's pure luck. But at least we're capturing some of the upside from our rolls with the Okapi, although long-term, if you invest in it, I think it can be kind of a trap. Unless you get like a hamster or it's not called a chupacabra, capybara, that's it. Always get those confused. Okay, donkey, you're a 4-6, you kind of do something. I respect it. I don't think we need to invest in the cockroach any further. I would probably say... I mean, I hate to say it, but for right now, like, our mouse is is still important. It's by far our best unit. And the donkey's here for stats, but also to hopefully screw up their positioning. So we're going to lose to this team. Probably. I'll admit that actually helps us out. That doesn't, though. Our team's not that good. And we're going to lose to every strawberry build we come across. So we got to find a way out of this. And the Okapi's not going to be it, I promise you that. Sure, there's some cucumber value. I really don't see, like, blobfish into level 3 mouse. Like, I mean, I know we've been buffing it. Ideally, at some point, we want the mouse to be sold so we can get the apple upside, but toad is good, too. I don't know. I guess I'm looking for something a little more, unfortunately, which is dangerous. I guess, I know I said it's a classic Gomez-Adams moment, right? Now we're talking. They say a man who represents himself as a fool for a client. This is from the first Addams Family movie, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. I know you thought I didn't have that in the hopper, but I did. Anyway, After Tully steals all of Gomez Adams' assets, including Adams Manor, he takes him to court and says, they say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, they say a man who represents himself has a fool for a client. Well, I am that fool. They say that somebody who tries to run Okapi has a fool for a handler. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube audience, I am that fool. By the way, we stand no chance. There's no upside to what we're doing right now. We have, we're just not a great team right now. This just, I mean, I'll admit, we're going up against some teams that clearly, you know, like all the statisticians are home from Cambridge, so they can run their 3-puppy build on the expansion pack that came out 9 months ago. So I'm not going to rain on your parade or whatever, but that one just was not going anywhere. Now you got to think. This is, I mean, it's a great start. You got to think about what works best here. Do we want 2 2-2s and a 1-4, making a total stat of 5-8, or do we want a 2-2 and a 3-5, which would make a 5, let me guess, a 5-8? No, a 5-7. I think I'd rather, but you're going to be stronger next turn. Dude, honestly, I don't know. Let's free up, the food shop is kind of garbage here anyway. Let's keep the food shop frozen. And, dude, salty stinker every time. Booming stinker is also good, but I love to run the salty stinkers. I'll take that. It's the second time I've taken it, but I'll take it every time it shows up. It's a false belief, I think, to think that in Super Auto Pets, sure, fine, let's go 2 seahorses, just for leveling purposes. It's a false idea, in my opinion, that any shop can get you to 10 wins. So, you know, admittedly, you don't have to commit to the things that we committed to in our shop that didn't allow us to even get close, but not every shop is created equal. We got a really good early game here, much better than our last setup. We might as well, honestly, I think you give us the biggest benefit early, because you can stay at 4 of 6. And I'll tell you again, it may surprise you. The answer is more likely than you think. I actually think the Capybara is kind of sick. It's got 7 total stats, and it buffs all of your subsequent units. In the early game, obviously we're going to be rolling like different units as soon as possible. So it's like, it's free real estate. It's free real estate. Okay. So far so good. Capybara didn't even have to do anything. Capybara wins by doing nothing. It's the thinking man's game right here. Give me 1. I see it, and I find myself uninterested. I don't want to level yet. I think I would be contented to just feed you a peach. And see if we get... I was just going to say, like, another animal that we already have that maybe the Capybara could give a buff to. So we're going to have a level 2 bird... And a level 1 bird just chilling, probably. That's how I see this going down right now. And I gotta tell you, I feel like I'm kind of the master of the strawberry. I thought about making a tweet today. You know that Breaking Bad memes have kind of been popping off. There was the one that was like me waking up my parents to tell them Santa Claus arrived overnight. And it's Walter White just breaking down Jesse Pinkman's door in a panic. Jesse! Jesse, wake up! I thought about one that is me as a caveman realizing I was born in the part of the world where the only fruit that grows is strawberries, and it would just be Walter White laughing. But, like, he would be happy, because, like, it could be worse. Imagine if you were born 50,000 years ago in a place where, you know, they only had radishes. I'd rather live in the strawberry town than the radish. Anyway, we don't need to get into this. I'm sure anthropologically that doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. Give me my level. Okay, I like this. I think it's the right time to try to send a mantis. And I think you gotta go like mantis blobfish. But what are you buffing? It's a great question. I guess you try to buff a bird. So I actually think we can sell our capybara, but rest assured the seahorse is gone soon too. And then you're gonna buy a blobfish. You're gonna have the... Or you could have the... Honestly, I think I actually have the Mantis buff itself. I think it... If we're going to use it, I think it's... I don't trust the cassowary, man. If we're gonna use it, I think that it getting to level 2 so it can scale as fast as possible, as soon as possible, is meritorious for us. Don't worry, that's not going to screw us up. I mean, him killing my best unit is going to screw me up something fierce, but... But the principle of the thing remains the same. You know, when we're in the shop, we're going to get that free XP. Yummy. Okay. I would like to see another blobfish, but start me off with the obvious play. We can always keep a stork if we gotta. It's another blobfish. Wow, who would have thought? Okay. You can just go to the front. So we'll have a level 2 mantis. I think that in and of itself is a very good sign. Now, a salamander is really strong. There's no doubt about that. I don't see us getting through this. We weren't off by that much, honestly, which I think is also a good sign. And our HP is totally fine. We got nothing to worry about just yet. That could change. This is nice, though. We get a level. Thank you. Sure, you know, for 2 gold, this seems sensible. We should also do this. You getting a buff is horrible, now that I think about it, but whatever. Dude, another blobfish. It's like, it's hard not to. We could move you to the front, and then... But the problem is, what do I want to blobfish you in front of, man? Like, I don't really want to do it in front of a cockroach. Yeah, I actually don't think it is that... Like, you know what? I guess, believe it or not, we could just send you right back here. We could do it... We could do it in front of the mantis yet again. The question now becomes, is our cockroach, like, with the level 3 bird buff, is it strong enough to allow us to last until the mantis can actually pop? It's kind of popping. It's not in an anti-pop situation. What's your camel doing? Oh, because my seahorse screwed up your team. That's awesome. That's great news. Okay. Well, that went well. Anteater's always fun. I think you can throw it in no matter what. And now we could actually move you to the front. And that's fine. We still want to get rid of our seahorse. You know what? This is a very sensible pivot. We don't wish to buff you with the kiwi because you'll lose the buff anyway because you're a cockroach. No offense. Sure, let's keep you around. And you know what? I feel like our mantis... Getting some more HP, still relevant. I mean, it's a strong unit. It needs a green pepper, or like we could even add like a coconut or something at some point via Velociraptor. I think we're coming around, man. So right now we're in a pretty simple dichotomy. I don't know if that's the proper use of the word, but basically you either have strawberries early or you don't. If we have strawberries early, we seem to be fine. We're at least trending towards some respectability. If we don't have strawberries early, life becomes a lot more complicated. Let's take a green pepper. I do kind of like a stew, but I mean, I like a few things here. I also, I mean, to be honest with you, I kind of like another green pepper. To absorb a shot or to let our bird attack twice, like it makes a difference. Unlike their badger. This looks fantastic. This looks amazing. I don't even know, like, we haven't even really stuck with the strawberry build. Basically, this whole team is a mantis, and then the strawberry stuff was just like the cherry on top, if you'll forgive the mixed metaphors. I would still sell this ant. And you know what? Let's buff the units that seem to be more permanent or semi-permanent. Let's do a little... Oh my god. Don't hit the cockroach. Don't hit the... Okay, that's what we're looking for. So, because it's not really like a strawberry build, I don't really want to take a pelican, plus it gives us a buff we don't really care about. You can basically buy a fox for 2 gold if it gets the grape. If it steals a cucumber, you bought it for 3. But nothing else here really makes sense anyway to put here. Yeah, it's all bad. We honestly might as well buy the unit with the best stats. He ate the cucumber. We could have kept the fox and maybe moved the hawk, but honestly, I feel like the hawk has been kind of sick for us. I'm not looking to gift Hawk in the mouth. I said Hawk, YouTube, by the way, before you get me age restricted. So you could give everybody just a +2 attack. Look, can I be honest with you? I take Stegosaurus all the time. I take Fox frequently. Let's mix it up, man. Although, to be honest, we should probably get rid of a Cockroach because it's a 4/14. Although it is receiving a 6/3 buff. So, yeah, maybe that was like the dumbest thing I've ever done. But the Stegosaurus, it can do something by itself. Don't worry about that. And then maybe a Blobfish frozen for future purposes. Nothing here interests me. I just like... I mean, actually, if I'm being real with you, I think I love the idea of... I gotta figure out how I want to do it. For now, you take a grape, okay? Next turn, I want to give our Praying Mantis coconut armor via the Velociraptor. So I need to buy a strawberry. I need to buy a Velociraptor. Now, you might be saying, why coconut armor over green pepper? Coconut absorbs all the damage. So, green pepper just keeps you from dying. You could go down to 1 HP. But getting the coconut armor means you could get hit for 50. It does no damage, because even a melon only blocks 20. And then, and I realize now we're in an amazing position, because look at this. Sell me. Buy me. Buy me. And now, all of a sudden, we're going to have a level 2 Velociraptor that lets us get to 2 coconut armor next turn, if that's something we're interested in. But anyway, it's just a lot better. You could go toe-to-toe with their strongest unit in position 1 and then wipe the rest of their team because their first unit didn't do anything to you. Okay, my coconut armor. Your melon armor. We are not the same. Don't compare us. I for real think Velociraptor's just, like, it's unbelievably good. And that takes us to 9. We're really just looking for a strawberry. Oh, you know what? I'll probably just buy you. No strawberry. It's very important that we get a strawberry. Now, we're not going to get one this turn. So, the Velociraptor being a level 2 is essentially meaningless. However, I think it's still really good. We're gonna get a strawberry at some point. This is it's nice to have HP. Look at this strawberry team. Holy cow. I don't think we're even gonna get a chance to get a second strawberry because we just wiped the dang floor. Are you seeing? I feel that was like the laziest 10 win I've ever had. I don't think I encountered a single bit of strife. But I think that's partly due to just focusing on the Mantis. Not getting tunnel visioned on that cockroach. Look, give it to me. Roll me. None of these have anything to do with, you know, like at any point using strawberries, but that's okay. Let me be a frigid skater, you know, like if you were ice skating. Maybe the most common kind, in my opinion. Many people are saying this. Don't shoot my mouse. Okay. The whole thing turns on the mouse. I can't believe it. What a team we got here, by the way. I gotta figure out how the heck we're gonna set this up. I mean, truth be told, I would rather pass 2 HP back. Well, no, okay. Because technically, this is passing 4 HP. Well, no, it's passing 4 HP if you level up, too. Yeah, okay, I think I can live with that. So give me my level and 4 squatted. I know it's a little wonky. I don't think we're using the strawberry. So I guess we'd rather give some to the mouse, just because if we... I don't know. I don't know, okay? I mean, we're not going to run 3, like, 1/6 cockroaches, so I would say just embrace this. I was trying to figure out, like, how could I get a yak out there 1 turn earlier than expected, but I don't know. I don't think it's happening. That's the long and the short of it is I don't think that's going to come to pass. I accept my loss, by the way. This is a weird team. I think it has the chance to pop starting now, hopefully, with one of these. And I will just say, I think a yak fits nicely. And I think I'm not sold, like, at all on the clownfish, but I am sold on it out of the units we still have access to. So our yak is going to get... It's going to lose 2 HP every 2 turns. It's going to gain 2 HP every 2 turns as long as we still have the pill bug here. That's the kind of optics I can get behind right now. to not lose some rounds here and give our team a chance to pop is very important to me. Now, you can sell this. You're going to buff your yak. You're going to buy a koala because the koala also buffs a yak. Now, we got some scaling factors here. I think I'll buy you. We'll probably buy a cockroach as well. Let's get the cockroach. We're not getting the jellyfish. It's just, I understand. We just have a few too many, like, very similar sort of archetypes here that we're trying to straddle them all. It's not the easiest thing to accomplish. I was so happy because, like, the rest of his team did not look good, but the rest of my team after the strong units was actually worse. But we're still on 6. Okay, look at this. We got a cockroach. Keep it coming. We got a koala. It means we probably have to cut our losses on you. And then roll one more time. And we got another koala and a pill bug. Would you look at that? Okay, so we level up the koala next time. Let me get the pill bug popping a little bit. Unfreeze the cucumber for now. This team is actually good. Like, we should stabilize here. And we're going to get some levels up. The levels are... Oh my god, what is this team? Holy cow. I don't believe it. Alright, well, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. You're going to level me? Honestly, yes. You're going to level me? I would love to. We just can't fit it right now. But we want the eel to take some of the HP. I don't think I'm willing to sell my 412 cockroach to fit a hawk, but I am willing to do it, like, next turn. We want our eel to accept the pill bug buff here. That way, like, right now it's a 5-3. That's horrible. But soon it'll be a 5-7, and holy cow. You're all gonna be sorry then. Okay, mission accomplished, I think. You're a 412. I think you gotta go. We get a nice little financial bonus. I still think you have, like, a place, especially if we can get you to level. The koala is obviously good. It's just a matter of how we set it up. Now, would you be a 5-13? Okay, let's do that. And an eel that levels up. Okay, I wish I waited, but it's not that bad. So the eel now, assuming we live through this turn, because we are on lethal, the eel is going to be a 5-18 next turn. We can juice those returns even a little further. I'm feeling better. I think also we've gone up against some worse teams, but yeah, I mean, that one team with like the 25-25 ladybug. Don't make me laugh, man. Okay. So, level me. We're so out of sync, but whatever. Free food every turn is good, but so is 7 damage, man. I think you should take one of these. I think you should just take one of these. So now, you're as... I wish we could give you a croissant so you can get a little stronger every turn, but you're 7-13, which means you're actually a 7-26. We're going up against a 29-22, so, like, that's, like, pretty nasty. That's one of the most depressing losses I think I've ever had. I'm immediately taken from the high of our laissez-faire previous victory, and now I'm like, I hate this. We got destroyed. Either way, I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. The lesson is, only take strawberries. Nothing else is viable right now. Force the bird strawberry build. It works every time. I'll see you next time. See ya.